Hey guys, so how are you all doing? Dan from Trading with Dan here. If you guys wouldn't mind smashing the like button, and we will go straight over to those charts. So this is our Bitcoin evening wrap up. So for our chart first, you can see we are approaching that 4-hour 9. Had some pretty explosive moves over the past few days, which is obviously good to see. You can sort of see the range of these candles. We've had 2 big range candles, and kind of between these two, another big range candle. So we're getting an increase in volatility, and it is to the upside, which is clearly what we want, which is what we want to see. I would have a little bit of caution at the moment. We are coming up on the 4-hour 9. I did say in this morning's video, I didn't really expect us to as quickly break through this 9,007 to 800 area, this zone. I think we will play out this zone a little bit. Yeah, potentially just find ourselves playing the underside of this resistance before maybe having a few wicks down to test support, possibly, before we eventually make our way through. Especially this 4-hour 9, I believe we'll get a bit of a consolidation or cool off on this. So yeah, see if we've got anything approaching us TD wise on higher time frames. So nothing on the 12-hour and nothing on the daily also. So yeah, nothing to worry about too much there. But yeah, over to the stochastics, see what they're looking like. Also, we have got the 4-hour, did get us into that zone, that very bullish zone, and now he's turning back down. So I think this, along with obviously the TD 4-hour 9, I think we could be coming to backtest this 9,500 as support. I would say. I do often say the 9 candle we can accelerate into the 9 candle, but I believe we've obviously had a lot of, we are quite extended, as you can see from the stochastics in the 4-hour especially. So yeah, maybe we're going to struggle to basically take out the top of this wick and test this zone again on an accelerated 9 candle. So I think the name of the game at the moment will be a sort of decrease of volatility, trade out this range a little bit, and potentially test this old resistance as new support, and then just, yeah, some constructive price action within this zone. We just whizzed through these stokes as well. 10-hour nearly going to turn down. 12 hours not looking bad. Got us all the way up into that zone, which is good. But that does mean it's going to struggle to stay up here. So again, that could it's probably going to we are probably going to have some testing of this old resistance as new support, and see if it holds as new support. Obviously it's held here, but yeah, see if it holds, and then see if we can then make progress within this zone. And finally, we'll go over to the daily stokes, which are still moving up pretty strongly. So this is looking good, going into the bullish half now. And yeah, if these keep moving their way up, that is going to take us through the 9,700, 9,800 zone, and then we will probably have to look to cool off around the 10k zone. So yeah, everything looking good. I mean, clearly we've clearly turned around on the daily 9. So one of my favorite indicators is TD sequential, especially on the higher time frames. So yeah, it's just something you should really have in your arsenal, even if you don't trade solely off it. Is something that just is useful to be aware of. You can see we've got the daily 9 here as well, which called the bottom of that, and we moved up to above the next level, and then yeah, the 12-hour 9 down here again was coinciding roughly with the daily 9 and moved us up. So that's kind of why I'm looking at this 4-hour 9, just because I like the sequential, not because of those two worked, and obviously I know it does work. We had a 4-hour 9 down here too as well, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, so yeah, potentially we're going to get held up here. We are obviously quite extended. No harm in testing 9,500 support. In all fairness, it's only about $85 away, so it's not even far for Bitcoin at the moment, especially with the expansion in volatility we've got. $85 is not what $85 was here in a price range of Bitcoin. We can do that obviously a lot easier now. Now that the price action is just more fluid now. So yeah, it's all looking good. Yeah, I just wanted to show you this stock. I actually had this. I'd only just looked at this now, and I had to message a couple of people because I hadn't really been keeping track of Nicola. Yeah, I was saying up here, I'd drawn this line across, and I was saying, look, this is probably going to end up coming to test the, well, basically this line, and we have got below it today. So yeah, look at below, because we've actually taken it out now. So it's looking pretty bad. I would try and find the video where I said it, but when we were all the way up here, we were trading up here basically, and everyone was getting really bullish from it. And I have a crazy friend who was buying, like, I think it was £38,000 worth of it. He told me he got rid of it a while back, so maybe he did. But I suspect he bought some more. So I've just checked with him to ask him what's going on. But anyway, so right, the reason we're looking at this is this the new this going to be the new this. They're very similar things, basically both just completely fantastical, fictitious, valued companies with yeah, just they're basically just stuff full of rainbows and unicorns, and nothing of substance. So yeah, this has obviously had its decline, as we can see, and I would just expect this to, I mean, strong support around zero. So yeah, I'd look for some support down there. Tesla the same, strong support around. I mean, we'll give Tesla the benefit of the doubt. You might want to buy some around 250. Might be a good bet down here. It was a good bet down here last time. So yeah, it might be a good bet down down there again. I know no Tesla people. To be honest, I do know a lot of crypto people like Tesla. But right, what would be good though for us, particular crypto people, would be if all the insane idiot hot money that's in this, the hot money, can come out of this and have to find a new crazy home, and that crazy home could be Bitcoin. So yeah, I mean, if this just starts to come down, just start to look like it should, then we could start to see some rotation into other crazy assets. Although Bitcoin, well, it's not a company, is it? Tesla is a company, so should be making lots of things compared to other car companies potentially, and should have self-driving cars. If you're going to be a software company, should be doing lots of things you're not actually doing. Bitcoin is doing what it's doing. It's doing what it does, and we're doing what it should do. Ethereum is doing what it should do. Decentralized finance in its early days is doing what it should be at the moment. So is Tesla doing what it should be to justify this share price? That is a big fat resounding no. It is here. It is here because idiots are buying it, and they're buying lots of it, and that is pushing it up. And then also they're buying calls as well. It doesn't make me laugh. Neo's another one as well. Neo though, but what I will say about Neo, what I'll say about Neo is that Neo is obviously based in China, and China have actually, they are actually building like the recharging stations and the infrastructure for the electric cars in China, funnily enough. So I actually did have a discussion with someone about Neo the other day. They were just one of those typical, I bought it at 7 because I thought it was good value. I mean, he just thought it was good value. I mean, the guy's a personal trainer, never traded stocks in his life. Yeah, I bought it at 7 because I thought it was good. And then he was messaging me saying, the people buying this over 12, they're going to get wrecked. And I was just thinking, well, I do prefer this chart to the Tesla and the Nikola chart. And I mean, I could see this at 20 in all fairness. So we'll have to see. We'll put a price target at 20. We'll put it here, and we'll revisit this at some point. But I think this one has got more potential than maybe the other ones. Oh, I've not clicked on it, that's why. Here we go. Yeah, so I would like to see this at 20, so I can just say, well, there you go, it's at 20. Anyway, I think we've gone on about some other things. Let's just have a quick look at silver as well. Gold silver ratio cooling off a little bit, as you can see here. Gold, this is silver having a little bit of a flagging out pattern. We had the daily 9 in silver, and this is kind of what I'm looking at. To see, are we gonna have, and obviously this is the gold silver ratio mean pumping up, but yeah, 9 here. This is a 999, so I am expecting a bit of a cool off in these precious metals, and I do suspect that may coincide with a bit of a cool off in Bitcoin also. But by a cool off, realistically, I think we're just going to play out this range for a little bit, and I think that is completely constructive and healthy. Maybe we'll get some wicks down here. This is a trend line that I am watching. Not that I'm a massive fan of trend lines, but it has been pretty important, this trend line. We've got supported, 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 supported. Once we break through, we've got rejected, rejected, broke back through, and then supported. So I think this trend line is actually, I'll delete these ones now. We only had the falling wedge and we broke out. I would realistically be looking at this one, and we can delete this one now as well, actually. Just declutter this chart. I think we can be looking at this one as an important one, and I think this will have a role to play going forwards. Even if it's a case of maybe we come down, we wick down and test this again and come back up, or we test it. I'll extend it. Let's extend. We love to extend and pretend here. We'll extend that. We'll extend this as well. So yeah, maybe I think this is gonna have it's still got a role to play, I believe. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on this trend line and see what happens. But yeah, that's it, guys. Not too much else to say. Check out the Binance video. Alts have gone on sale today. Alts have gone on sale whilst Bitcoin goes up. We know how the rotation works. Everything's about all markets. There's always rotation between growth and value, rotation between stocks and precious metals, rotation between certain stocks within certain sectors, rotation between sectors. We always get rotation going on, rotation between gold and silver, and yeah, so that is it's just something that's important in markets. So this rotation that we've seen obviously out of altcoins into Bitcoin's moved up. We'll then probably see at some point rotation out of Bitcoin back into some of these altcoins. So today is one of the days where you want to be buying the altcoins. Obviously, when you had your pumps should have been when you should have been selling some of them, trimming your bags, adding back and trimming and adding. That's kind of how this indicator that we've got works, if it is going to load up. This is sort of an indicator that I've been looking at and that I'm using to control some of my Binance bots. But yeah, it's sort of like you trim some of your position, you trim some, you trim some, you trim some, you add some, you add some, you trim some, you add some, you trim some. And it's kind of like how you can basically trade a position up, buy some, sell some, buy some, sell some, sell some, buy some, sell some, and you kind of see how it goes. But anyway, so that's all I wanted to show you guys. Oh, this indicator of indicators, if you're interested, is free. These are what they're called. You can find them on TradingView. This one is for like a slightly different strategy, the one on the outside, and this one is the one was sort of using for that. But what I will say, when you load these up, they may not look like mine. They won't look like mine. I've changed my style, my settings a bit, just to declutter it and make it just look a bit more aesthetically pleasing. For just no real reason, but I just liked it to look that way. But anyway, so that's it, guys. Remember, this is not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. One last thing, we have just got to be a little bit careful, because we do know we have previously been following stock markets, although today obviously Bitcoin's had a massive up day relative to what we've had, and stock markets have had massive down days. So maybe we're breaking that trend, but I would not. One day does not make a trend. I wouldn't look to jump on that. I would actually be cognizant of the fact Bitcoin could play catch up at some point, especially if stock markets keep going down more and we do end up in a bit of a risk off environment, because if nothing else, the dollar will go up, and the dollar going up isn't good for Bitcoin. So that's it, guys. Again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I'll speak to you guys in the morning.